Hello there guys, my name is Jelly Belly Joe and today we are back with another episode of Sparta Let's Play campaign on Rome Total War 2. So I welcome you all once again for episode 4 and we are starting off exactly where we left off last time. So we've just took this place, I'm not even going to try it, this early in the morning anyway, and we now control one whole province, which is very quite cool actually. And what do we have on? Really, we want plus 10 public order because that's pretty awesome to have. There we go. So now, as you can see, Athens, here, Patinia, oh god, and Sparta all have like a little bonus there, and it really does help in management-wise to help me control and keep track of all my towns within that province just by standing one army, and one of them raises the happiness of all of them, which is really goddamn useful. Now, Larissa still is not that happy, however, I'm not really in a position to push north as yet. Now, at the end of last episode, I said, should I declare war on Rome? Now, after careful consideration, I'm going to say, not yet. Now, in this episode, what I'm planning to do is actually start a war with these guys up here, which is Pella, well, not Pella, but it's Tylis, and really push round here, this central kind of northern Mediterranean hub bit here, just push round. Wipe out Tylis as much as possible. Hopefully by the stage we get to about here we'll be able to declare peace with them. If not, we'll have to push it across the sea, and that will give us a foothold really well and give us this kind of really nice branch round where we can really control this central area with our navies, and we can then branch off into the north if we see fit. We can also swoop down then and take out this coast and swoop down into other places and push east and south if we really want to, into Egypt and Seleucid Empire. So it leaves us a lot of options if we do that. So that's what we're going to be aiming for over the next few episodes, is to take this north sector here. Now these are quite a strong people, so I'm going to have to move quite my army north. I don't know where my other army is. Where the fuck am I? Oh, there it is. Okay. Now, before I continue, I'm just going to check who I'm at war with, and etc, etc. So Egypt are still at war with me, so that's something I do need to watch out with. And Cyprus is still at war with me. As you can see, Cyprus are only just there, so... And that's about it. Everyone else is good. Now, these guys are actually happy with me, which I didn't even know about. So what I might do is actually go and take out Cyprus and push up north, which might actually be a very good idea. As you can see, they have no allies or anything at the moment. So really, if we could push north, then we might be able to swoop round either that way or whatever. Just as long as we get control of this main Mediterranean hub area here is what I'm aiming for. So that's a good point. We're gonna go and attack Cyprus. We could really do with getting Rhodes out of the way as well. It's only a small nation. We could probably do that quite easily. It would give us what do we need? We need Pergamon, which is up there, which is part of those people. Ephesus, or whatever. And we need Pessinus, which is over there as well. So to control this whole coastline here, which is probably my next objective then before we go toward Tylis, or Tylis or whatever, is to obviously control this whole province here. And then we're going to have to swoop around and take this. But that means if I do start attacking Cyprus, they're going to want me to attack Tarsus as well. And Tarsus is part of the Seleucid Empire, which is probably the biggest eastern faction at the moment in time. Apart from these guys. Are these... Is that water or what? I don't really know. But anyway, so yeah. Now you know my plan, my grandmaster plan. Let's get it underway and stop talking and more doing. Right, so with these guys then, was I going to attack them, was I? Apparently. Okay.
It is an honor to serve.
In that case then, we will quite simply... I don't really want to go into a naval battle though, so we'll bring them back to there for now. And what we'll do is we'll end the turn here because we haven't really got anything else to build. What have we got our taxes on? Just kind of mid-level, and that's still not very good. So there's a lot of improvements to do within diplomacy, well, not diplomacy, sorry, management in our faction. Nice cup of tea, sorry, has to be done. There's a lot that needs to be done with management-wise. However, I do believe personally that in terms of combat-wise, we can do this pretty swiftly if we're decent at it. Now, the only problem is obviously the money that we're making per turn isn't great, which do really just slow down a lot of processes because I can't just raise whole armies then and just recruit away, because that's when it starts to get a bit dangerous for me, because I start to get down to really low amounts of money, and that really does leave me a bit screwed when I take a town because then I can't upgrade it. So really what we need to do is try and figure out a way and how to really try and buff these bloody taxes up or something, because we do need money to fuel this conquest, and this is quite a large conquest, and it won't be done within 2 episodes. It will probably take a little bit longer, but we'll see how it goes. In the future I might attack Rome, but really I'd much rather secure the Mediterranean province, like the whole circle thing here going on, before going on. Oh, okay, nothing like that. Right, so here's our army. You see they're fully prepared to go into war, which is good. Cavalry, we don't really need these mercenary hoplites, to be quite frankly honest with you. And they're just a waste of money. So, what faction are they? The Sardes. We're not at war with the Sardes, are we? Or is that one of the... No, we're not. Okay. I don't know why they're hanging around there then, but let's try and move our army over here onto the shore. Alright. We've got a little navy there and an army. Now my army's pretty good, so hopefully we should be able to beat that army quite swiftly. Now, move on to something that's going to give us as much public order as possible, because my main objective here is to not have to have an army stood in each province, which is quite annoying. My main objective really is to be able to have them support themselves morale-wise without my help at all. Well, that's the main objective at the end of this anyway. We'll just end the turn straight away because I want to get into this battle and take Rhodes. Or Rhodes? Rhodes? I think it's called Rhodes. I would imagine it was called Rhodes, because if it's Rhodes, it could be Rhodes. Rhodes? Rhodes. Rhodes. Okay, now I'm just being a retard. I'll stop now before I go any further into, making myself look like a twat. But yeah. Make sure you leave a comment to let me know what you think of my plan. I know it will leave me... in a way, it's kind of not the best secure plan in the world thinking about it, because after I've took all of this, it's going to leave me open to attack from the entire east, and then as soon as I take Tylus in the future, make me vulnerable to attack from the entire north as well. However, if I just station 1 army per province, that's why I'm doing it really like province and regions and stuff, is I can obviously station 1 army, and that will obviously protect that region, and then by that time, hopefully, it'll allow me to have 6 armies. And what I can do then is train 2 armies per province, so 1 on the east side, 1 on near Sparta, going up north and west, and 2 on the north side. So you got 1 army that's stationed and 1 army that's actually expanding out for you as you go. And obviously, that's how I'm planning to do it anyway, and hopefully that will go quite smoothly, but only time will tell, I suppose. So now what we're going to do is we're going to declare war, and we are going to go to war with these, and we're going to hopefully take the settlement off them. Now as you can see, it says we're desperately outnumbered, which is true, we are. However, we have some very nice men. We got some pikemen for defensive situations and a lot of hoplites, along with a lot of other things. Now the one thing they do whoop my ass with is ranged units. They have a lot of ranged units, which is a problem. So we're at 1,200 versus around 2,000. So we're outnumbered significantly, but we will hopefully do it. Now we are against the hammers of Hephaestus. Oh god damn it, these names. The garrison army, judgment of Thessalonike, and the garrison fleet of 80 men, which isn't really very worrying, to be honest with you. But yes, that is where we are at the moment in time. Hopefully this will go fairly well. I'm hoping it will go fairly well anyway, because we need this army. At the moment I can only have a maximum of 3 armies, but now we've got rid of those bloody mercenaries, our money went up by about 400 a turn, so that's really quite helpful, to be honest. Right, so as you can see, it doesn't really look like we got that much of many men. That's because I have the unit sizes set to medium. Can we change that in game now, please? No, large, sorry. Because it's set them to large. I don't know why, it just did. That's something that the game decided to do when I had to reinstall it, and I forgot to change it. But so I will change that hopefully for next episode for you guys, because I know it's nowhere near as fun when you haven't got as many men on the battlefield. I realise that. Right, Royal Spartans and blah blah blah. There's a Spartan Hoplites, there's a Spartan Royals, so we'll... The Spartan Hoplites. There we go. And our cavalry at the back. Alright, cool. Have a look what we're up against then. Okay. There they are. With some militia hoplites, nothing really too special. Some hoplites, normal hoplites. Should be able to do this fairly swiftly, I'm imagining. Right, so what I'll do is keep them in formation and bring them over there, to be honest. Let's try and bring them to about there. Not running, and we'll just up the speed a bit and hope that that goes okay. So my main plan is just to keep a sturdy formation in this battle, really, because they seem to have formed up in this little open area at the edge of the town. So I'm going to go the most direct route and just smash through, hopefully as fast as I can before the reinforcing army gets here. Which I'm not sure. They might already be here. There might be loads of them stood around there. If there is, there is. If there isn't, then I'll try and take it before they even get here, which would be awesome. Which means they would run into the countryside, and I'd only have... Well, not run into the countryside. This is a tiny island, but you know what I mean. Okay, so our men are nearly there. Might want to... Yep, we're probably going to want to be honest. Put them on double time now, get them there as fast as possible. Get them to start open firing at them. Okay, they're not even going to go for my skirmishes, which is the main threat to them at the moment, but whatever. AI logic. AI is amazing on this game, by the way, guys. It's really not. That's something I think that's mostly disappointed me about this game, was the AI lack of challenge that I feel generally in the game. I enjoy the game, it's fun, but it would be a hell of a lot more fun if it was a bit more challenging. Now that I can't lie about. And okay, I thought we had some glitches going on then, because I saw some people doing some pretty funky shizzle. Okay, so they're completely pretty much wiped out. I mean, that was pretty much a slaughter there. So what we'll do is we'll take these forward. Is that cav? No, that's spearman, that's okay. What we'll do then is we'll put these in phalanx and we'll move them forward.
Follow me. Quick march. March.
Getting a bit close with the javelins. Slingers have the range, good for suppressing units, but for good for killing units, hell no. Oh, and they just run into a fuck ton of spears. Okay, let's bring our hoplites here in backup of them, shall we? Oh god, it's just you just don't do that against them. You know, it's not right. You just get absolutely boned. That's the number one rule against pikemen. You just don't charge straight on, because that's how you get hurt, sons. Okay. Okay, let's get these back formed up, because they don't seem to be forming up properly. Advancing. There we go. Nicely done. Support these at the flank. They're being way good. The AI was clever. They would have just completely just smashed those into the side of my phalanx, which would have really fucked them up. But luckily the AI is not as clever as a human player in this game. I don't think they ever will be in Total War games, because AI seems to have took a step back in this game. But whatever, you know, I suppose. Right, so let's carry on that forward then. Alright then, so let's bring our hoplites now in to sweep this mess up that we've made. Because there's a hell of a lot of ranged units there, and our pikemen are just going to get shot to pieces, which is not really what I want. So we bring our people in. So just move over there. Obviously not listening today, are we guys? Nope. Bring us any way we can bring our citizen cav around. I think there is, so we'll bring them around there then. In fact, no, we'll have you charge over there. You also charge over there, and we'll have two groups. Just bring it round and cut off. There we go. Okay. This is their general unit, so we'll have some more attention to them. Push in right here. So most of them are just ranged units now. Go, get them into there. Okay, so we're going to cause a mass rout soon, I'd imagine. Usually they don't last very long when we're in this position. Just barely managing to keep that playable FPS. ITO then. So we have our men in the centre here pushing through them. It's just a case of making them rout now. Morale won't be strong enough on any of these units like the mobs and stuff, or the militia spearmen to stay in the battle for very long. As soon as they get charged at, they'll probably just start running. So it's just a matter of an hour for securing the flag and really holding out, which isn't going to be very hard I don't think at present. So what we'll do is we'll take these ones and get stuck in. Whenever I'm in a big battle and I press the cinematic camera, it seems to go over there to them lot. Don't know why, it just does. There we go. That will be routing now. Right then. Where's our citizen cavalry? Here they are. I think that's pretty much the battle won, to be honest. Doesn't look to be any enemy units that still have the balls to stay.
Our enemy have lost a victory point.
I'm not surprised at that, to be honest. Heroic victory yet again. So we lost 91 men and killed 1,365. So that really wasn't too bad. And 7 of those men that we lost were sadly due to friendly fire. Sad days, but sometimes it happens, I suppose. Pikemen did very well there, but our hoplites really went in and really smashed at the end. As you can see, that one with 211 kills. That was very nice. Okay, there we go. So that army was completely wiped out. Most of the garrison army was, and the fleets were barely touched because I don't even know. I don't even remember them landing down. I saw them in the kind of area, but so that's our army down. Navy should, yep, go away for now. And Rhodes is ours, which is good, which means a little bit more taxes. Next is Ephesus. Ephesus is going to be a bit harder because they also control Pessinus. God damn it, Joe. I can't pronounce these things, guys. You're going to have to cut me some slack here. That's a really cool statue. Ooh. Okay. So we'll leave them to heal. How are these people feeling? Not the best, but whatever. They will have to do. Be happy. Don't worry. Okay, so everything's under control. Everything's under control. So we've got our province, which is nice and under control, and Rhodes is part of this big province, which we need to get into control as fast as possible. Okay, good. Everything's looking good. Hope you guys enjoyed that battle. Not a very large battle, but it was a battle nonetheless. Hey, what this tea is lovely. I love tea. Can't get enough of it, you know. Excuse me. They have got some big armies actually at Ephesus. Come on, Joe. Come on. Remember Ephesus. They've got some big armies at Ephesus. Cyprus don't seem interested in the slightest at doing anything to me. Which is a bit disappointing because I like it when I get attacked, but I never seem to get attacked even on hard difficulty. So we need to take Ephesus, and if I have to, I will try and take Pessinus, but I don't really want to because that means controlling a whole other province to try and keep it happy. Otherwise, I have to keep an army stationed there 24/7, which is really irritating. So if we can, we'll just push all the way up the coast. And there's 3 more towns we need to capture to make this a complete province, which is going to be good. Hopefully when we have enough military power and enough taxes, really, that's what I'm trying to gain by doing these provinces, is as soon as we have enough taxes, we might be able to start a war with someone like Rome. But until then, we need to really buckle down and try and get this money situation sorted out and start saving up, because that's the only way that we're going to be able to afford anything, really, to be honest. That's sadly the way it is. Let's go that one then. Right, so these people are going to start getting a bit happier. We need to go and take Ephesus. Okay. Are our army ready yet to do that? I think they are. Okay, then what we'll do is we will embark. How do we get onto this fucking land? We have to go through a beach. Is it contested? I think it's contested land. We can't do that. It's a bit disappointing. How much? They're a bit unhappy now, you see. That's what I mean. Unless you control a whole province, you have to kind of keep an army there all the time, which is really irritating. But, you know. Rhodes should be able to hold out if that other Rhodey navy decides to attack, because I have a decent garrison there, hopefully. Hopefully being the key word, but that navy really isn't very big. It's only 2 units. Or 4 units, which isn't really that dangerous, to be quite honest with you. So hopefully we should be okay. Should be, being the key word. So as I'll soon find out. I'm looking forward to the patches for this game, to be honest with you, because there's I like the game, but I think there's a lot of issues surrounding the performance and how it plays on computers. I mean, the one core optimization that it has is really quite irritating because it doesn't allow people to get the best out of their system, and it's quite irritating for me, especially being an AMD user, and you know, that I can't get the full potential out of my system. And it is quite irritating because you spend all the money doing the system and then you can't actually use it very well on this game. And although I can run this on high or very high settings and get playable FPS, you know, it's for how much my system costs, it's not really too good. And yeah, they are attacking. No, they're attacking here. I think we'll just auto-resolve this because I hate naval battles, guys. Kill the captives. Oh, they're not dead. That's a bit depressing. I was hoping they would be dead in one. Have we got Blathilos? Our people have become lustful and hedonistic, thinking only of pleasure and failing to give the gods the respect they deserve. Okay, no, very nice. It's only a matter of time for the gods for themselves of.
It is an honor to serve.
See who they have as allies. No one, so we can probably do this. Do it. They're expansionists anyway. Quite a big city. Large, like sea tower. Sea tower? Sea tower? What the fuck is a sea tower? Continue the siege. Hopefully. Because a big army went over there somewhere. I don't really know why they went over there, but they did. So that should help us actually take it. We've got enough food to do that anyway. We don't really need to do that. Jesus Christ, we've got enough food. I'd rather just keep as much public order as humanly possible at this point. I'm going to end it straight away again. Back to the performance issues of this game. I think the game really does nail down the grand scale of things. However, the developers said when they were developing the game that they really wanted it to be more but focused on land battles and things like that, and not just going from siege to siege. Now, as we can see in this gameplay that I'm playing right now, that is exactly what it is. It's going from siege to siege, town to town, capturing region to region. Now, I understand what they've tried to do here, and I kind of credit them for that, you know, but it just simply hasn't worked. I spend most of my time doing battles in the unfortified ports or the unfortified towns. That's what I spend most of my time on this game doing. I've had about 20% land battle experience, 60 to 70% unfortified experience, and only a small amount of siege experience. So in lowering siege they've done very well, like the bog standard siege, so like the walls and the siege towers and the catapults, and a bit like Shogun, you went from siege to siege, because that was probably the only main type of town there was, is walled towns. However, in this, obviously there's the unfortified settlements everywhere, which is good in a way, but you know, it's not, it doesn't work as well. It doesn't work as well. I'd like the AI to show more enthusiasm towards playing, as in they come and attack me back and things like that, which I don't really get, and this is on hard difficulty. So if it's on hard difficulty and the AI is failing to make decisions like that, it's kind of worrying towards the development perspective of the game. And these guys are back, obviously just trying to commit suicide here. Go, let's kill them. Oh, they're still not dead. How are we not killing them? I really don't know. God. Iceni have been destroyed. Wow, the British are gone. That's a bit depressing for me. Okay, looks like it will have to be then. Alright, here we go. Let's assault. So they have just over 1,000 men. Now, one thing that's going to piss me off, and I know it's going to piss me off about this battle, and I'll try not to rage. If I'm correct, it will be the fucking ballista towers. Now, ballista towers are extremely irritating on this settlement for a simple reason. You don't lose many men. In fact, you better lose any men when it comes to, you know, the archers on the wall. They only have 4 groups of ranged units and 2 of them are slingers, so I can't expect to lose that many men anyway. What I probably will lose a lot of men to, if they are on the castle wall, is the ballista towers. Now, the ballista towers in one shot will take out a big, sizable chunk of your main force, which is retarded. I lost 6 whole entire legions on my Roman Let's Play campaign just to the towers, and that really annoyed me. Because they were probably like, they were gold chevron type things, and it was like, really, you know, this is a bit ridiculous. Why are they that powerful? They shouldn't be that powerful, which is totally true, to be honest with you. They should not be that powerful at all, but for some reason they are. So, you know, it is a bit frustrating, and that looks... Okay, just checking something. Sorry guys, ignore me. Okay, so I want to find a good spot really to try and do these siege towers, don't we? Alright, let's bring across all my hoplites then. Station them just behind. Pikemen are alright, but not really fantastic for sieges. I want these to go up front and start slinging shit at the enemy before we get there. Okay, let's rock and roll. Okay, so where are the enemy at? Can't see them yet, so we'll start taking our siege towers in then. Hopefully the siege towers don't, like, get killed. That'd be a pretty, depressing. Go, so that siege tower can go. That's a nice location actually to have a siege tower. Alright, what's this? Fort tower. Okay, so I don't believe they're ballista towers. Hopefully not anyway, because they really do kill a hell of a lot of my men and they annoy me. But I suppose we'll soon find out. I don't know where the enemy range units are. I think we'll find out hopefully when we get a bit closer then. It's always useful to know where the enemy range units are, but hopefully in this occasion we cannot. Leave our general here for now. Let our hoplites go in and do the work. The interiors of these cities looks quite nice. You know, I'd like there to be like a victory point right there, so I had to go all the way over there instead of this bit here. I get the central. I get that it's the central hub of everything. And why is enemies behind us? Who are you? Are you just ranged? Yes, you are. I know how to deal with you then. Slightly confused at how this thing is moving. Is there like a... I'm guessing there's... how is it moving? Okay. Not too bloody sure what's going on there. But whatever. Okay, so we want one group that's going to go for them. So they ain't going to get nowhere near to killing all my cows before they get there. Oh shit, sons. Ow. Okay. Fair enough. Line of sight coming into play there for the AI. We wiped out one of their units anyway. So we'll bring these back and bring our pikemen to meet them. If I can get hold of my pikemen without my general. Okay, let's bring them over here as quickly as possible. As you can see, my Spartans are under attack here. Siege tower's nearly there anyway.
Spartans! Hold position!
Plus 4 men, so yeah, these definitely are not, sorry, the ballista towers. If they were, you'd bloody know about it, trust me on that one. Alright, let's go over here as fast as possible, guys. We'll get our other hoplites to come up then. Well, we can. There we go. You guys come up here. Capture that so the towers stop bloody shooting at me in this area. If you'd like to move over there, it'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Okay, so we haven't actually seen any bloody enemy AI at all. Oh, god damn it. Leave me a bloody cow alone. Okay, oh, I spit, the spit, oh, clever fuckers. I don't know how my, like, people aren't seeing them from about 2 meters away. That does confuse me a little bit, to be honest with you. Like, it really doesn't make sense at all. I don't really get how I'm not seeing them. But, whatever. It'll do. Bring our general unit over. In fact, what we'll do is we'll smash them from the back. One effective way to challenge spearmen, I suppose. Okay, so we need to capture that tower. Oh, here come the enemy. God, there they are down there. Okay. Wait for all our men to get on the walls and stuff and finish up with these guys down here.
We have captured the gates.
Orders understood.
And now the towers will hopefully help me. Oh, we're losing it. Oh, no. Down, people, down.
Ready and waiting.
That's it, go down and fight. Here we go, hope you're ready. You're down there by yourself for now. Still going to come down to the skill of individual men, that is. Okay, where are the spearmen? Okay, I think they're dead. Okay, that's cool. Move our other group of hoplites up then. Whichever way they want to go, I'll just put them right in the middle so they get the choice. Freedom of movement. Move those down there. Alright, get these men over here. Move them down. Move them down there. Right then. There we go. So as you can see, our men outskill theirs down here, which is why we're doing decently. But generally, I don't have like charge bonus or nothing, so that does generally just come down to. Why has a small group of them come down and the rest haven't? Why are they going up? This is so confusing. What are you doing? Zoom in and have a look at some of the cool animations, if there's any. Okay, so... Okay, now these men are here, let's get them off the walls. Oh, my men are being fucking fire arrowed to pieces. The battle was always in our favour, let's be honest. Let's go. God, hurry up, guys, because you're being absolutely bombarded to shit, which is really not cool.
By your command.
Spartans! Forward!
Spearmen, ready for orders.
Sparta!
Oh, how? I'm sorry. What type of units are these? How do they throw fire javelins? That makes no sense. Moan. Where are you going? Don't chase them. Come in with these guys.
We
Let's
have
go.
captured the gates! Sparta!
Well, the AI is playing relatively, you know, strategically, which is good.
For glory.
Spartans!
And they lost, and that was the decisive victory. So we have took Ephesus. God damn it! How many times am I going to fail to say that in this video? So they lost 921, which means only 100 of them survived. So basically, what they killed, is what they have left. Pretty much. Not too bad. Their ranged units were the units to kill the most. To be honest, I don't know how. Oh yeah, my cav obviously ran the archers down and stuff. As you can see, I don't know why, there's a Gaelic tribe in the Mediterranean, to be honest, this bit anyway. I'll just put that more to the north side. Occupy that. There we go, so now we can have 6, that's what I was talking about. So now we can have, like, obviously double what we had last time. Which is good. Right, now obviously a lot of these stuff we don't actually own, so we need to change them into our own stuff, so hopefully we have enough money to do that. Right, hoplites and cavalry. Okay, we'll go for that one. And we also need to change it to that. Okay, so minus 24, minus 24. So they seem to be linked, those two now anyway. So if we keep an army in one of them, hopefully that should be sufficient. So we do need to take Pessinus anyway, and we also need to take Pergamon. So our conquest is going really well, and we are taking the eastern border of the Mediterranean. As soon as we have secured all these islands, let's have a look at the massive overview. So as you can see, we are really branching out and really getting ourselves that circle of a kind of safety. So we have all the trade and e-commerce within the Mediterranean little bit there between the islands, which is really, really useful, and is quite good for defensive reasons as well. It also allows us in the future to push out in the east if we want to, because God knows what factions lie over here. Parthia's there. You guys want me to play as Parthia? I probably am going to take you up on that offer, but as a secondary let's play. And we can even have the option to push through Italy. What I was thinking to do, instead of pushing through Italy, is obviously pushing up through here and making my way round to Italy, to gain as much taxes and, you know, units and armies and stuff as possible before we take on Rome. Now I know you think I'm over exaggerating when it comes to Rome, and I probably am, you know, but you know, it's one of those things where I think it's quite important to be prepared for larger enemies on a larger scale, no matter who you're facing. I think that is really important. So anyway guys, thank you for watching this episode. It's been me, Jelly Belly Joe here. If you've enjoyed this episode, leave a comment, a like and subscribe. The likes really do help, obviously, to help me bring out another episode for you guys. If no one likes it, and then there's no point in me doing this, and it does take a lot of effort and a lot of time. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Thanks for watching yet again.